Hello everyone. So this is an Ari, and yeah, it's been an interesting start to the season. I'm sure if you played in the first few hours, probably saw there was just so many bugs. I did try and stream during that time. I hadn't streamed in about a month. I was like, all right, I'm feeling it. I'm gonna stream, and then I lost like three games due to a combination of bugs, disconnects, all that fun stuff. But about hotfix came out, looking like it's a little more stable. And to make up for lost time, I'm jamming some Dead Eyes. So this is a list that Gorflow put out. I'm not sure if it was his original thing. I'll pop down here if it was. Um, but it was seems like a really strong deck. It's the kind of deck I really like, sort of very flexible, plenty of tools to bleed, that sort of thing. So thought I'd give it a try, and it's actually really, really strong. Been having some really really good success with it. I'll also link the video as Golflow is much better of a player than me, and he explains it really, really well. So I won't even try and match that. But the general point is you're using your movement engines round one to try and win the round. You've got things like Forest Protector and Overgrounding Justice as kind of flexible cards to do a big point swing. So your uh, Forest Protector is probably playing for 12 with a Nature's Rebuke in graveyard, and Everguardian Justice playing for 13, as well as all your movement engines getting those passive points. And then going into round two, your Find Death and Venosial and Yavin also pulling Ayla in is a massive sort of three-turn combo that just gets a huge amount of points and can sort of get you in a 2 kind of situation, or maybe even get your card advantage going into round three, and then round three you kind of use what's left. And I was having a lot of success in a lot of different matchups. So arguably one of the best short rounds in the game for sure with those sort of three cards. So as I say, I would highly recommend if you're looking to play this deck and you've got a spare bit of time to watch the video that was put out. Does a lot of analysis sort of at the end, which was really helpful to try and explain what's going on in the deck. So definitely give that a look. I would just ask if you enjoy my videos, if you could like this one and subscribe. That would mean a lot to me. I won't go on for too long, so I'll get into the games and I'll catch you in the next one. We could be playing against a mill degenerate, which would be kind of fun. Weirdly, this is like actually pretty good against mill, but is more likely to just be sort of typical Nilfgaard. I think that's one thing when you're playing against Nilfgaard, it's kind of hard to read what they're actually playing, since the leaders are pretty interchangeable. You're running more or less the same list for like tactical decision as you would for like lockdown or anything like that. It's kind of fine. The Vipers put the fear of God into me, honestly. That might have been a bit of an overreaction, but no. I've got no time for shenanigans. I've got absolutely zero time for shenanigans. Like in hindsight, of course I'd roll the infiltrator. In hindsight, I probably could have played used like a leader charge or something so we could be a bit more aggressive into this round, but I don't think it's too big of an issue. Okay. We'll just play Squirrel and we can just on the off chance they're running some nonsense, and then we'll just go for a 10 card round, which is obviously perfect for a short round deck that really excels on its short round power. But I guess it's probably a good test of, okay, you're in a long round situation. How do you get on? So we'll see. I don't think we can push here. I mean, obviously, like Fine Death would be really good, but. Yeah. I feel a little better, considering this is like Colgrim or something. When like Aileron's gonna thin, we've got an era. Obviously. Right, that needs to go back. That needs to go back. So. We have plenty of elves and stuff. We'd have to use it straight away. We can. I was gonna say we can chill. We can't really chill all that much, but yeah. I mean, are we just considering if Justice is even possibly better? Because we got to consider like the matchup. For sure, we have to consider matchup. Yeah, we'll just get rid of that again. Because we'll go down to 11. Go down to 11 in deck after an era, but we can go down to 9. And then the Colgrim's basically useless, which we might want to do. We go again, boys. We go again. What are they gonna shuffle back in? They can't like stop Forest Protector, which is kind of good. This just gets coated weapons every time. And the more we can kind of deny the value there, because we always pull Aileron out of the deck. It might be Novigradian Justice then. Just really try and limit the value on Colgrim.
Peace you desire. Prepare for war.
Because they have another coated weapon, so like another coated weapons, we're gonna go up to 13. But an era into Novigradian Justice and Aileron coming out puts us down to 9 cards. They've got 8. At that point, Colgrim's really not all that good. Yeah, I'm actually liking that line, to be fair. I think I might go for it. Alright, so it's in a card. Watch him take like my Fine Death or something, and then we're forced into it. Giving me a coated weapons. Does this put it on top of your deck? Like that, he knew what he was getting there. I don't know, man. I don't know. Alright, so he's out of coated weapons, so we're set to play the sentry now. It's cool. It's very cool. Because we want it down sort of ready for when Catwitch is going to be going. Alright, so there is a bit of thinning going on. Alright. So this gives us information. No, it doesn't, because we don't have multiples. So we have 3 turns to decide. Because Find F's going to get us a bit. Probably represents like reasonably like 17 points. I honestly think Justice, considering the matchup. Yeah, I don't have too long to think about this as well. All right, we'll just see how this gets on. Cool. Alright, we're just kind of waiting. So Colgrim's going to come down and be 7. We have 1, 2. Alright. We should have played this last time. That was my mistake. Completely forgetting that we'd hit Adrenaline. I was holding on to Cat Witcher until we got to Adrenaline. But I guess he's probably going to prioritise removing that anyway.
Such thing as justice in this world. Announcing it.
6, 7, 8, 9. Illarin always goes melee, so we'd have to worry about that. Should have done this earlier. I'm really not playing this too great. Obviously the perfect round 3 card, Squirrel. And hitting the armor, always nice. So we can actually block up the row, because basically Cat Witcher doesn't bounce itself. It like stays where it is and still deals the damage anyway. I think this is, yeah, it's enough. Cool. I think the thinning was definitely worth it, because that saved us quite a few points. That saved us, what was that, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Saved about 10 points. Yeah, that was definitely the line then. Judge's Gift is going to be fun because we don't have all that much Tall Punish. Yavin's going to be so clutch in this matchup. And of course we draw a couple of bricks. Pretty obvious mulligans here. I actually don't mind the Squirrel. Maybe this that we drop. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. So Sentry. Hand's a little unplayable, which I don't like a whole lot. Because we don't really want to be playing Venosiel or Yavin. And like Karathi, short of a really tall Hammer Dryad, I probably don't want to be using it. Squirrel, we want to be using that when it's like really valuable. Okay. It's fine with me. So we can do this, because even if he deals with this, it means that Dunker will be dying to a rebuke next time. Because if he chooses to rebuke this, then we get to rebuke the Dunker, and in terms of that trade-off, I'm pretty happy. And you can't use Leader out on it, because it's got Veil, so or you can do that, which is always a choice. I mean, this, like, at this point now I'm thinking like, God, Crafty's actually worth it now. But, no, I think we just we develop our engines. It's really not a huge issue. Alright, so we can circle that. And I mean, it doesn't really matter out of these two. We'll probably just do an Ossial, mainly because like we're typically going to be playing those two together. I mean, I guess it gets her out of like a clean rebuke range, so that's kind of a bonus, but I don't think it's a... So what's in their graveyard? I'm happy to just play this a little passively. Push down towards that Adrenaline 4 point. When Catwitch is kind of going to pop off a little bit. Really protecting this Dunker, which is a little concerning. I want them to play something that Squirrel's worth it. Like, if push comes to shove, I will just Squirrel to take a Nature's Rebuke, because then they need a Rebuke for, they need to like draw into their second Rebuke for Forest Protector to be any good. And looking at like the fact that they have like Call of Nature and stuff, I'm thinking it's probably a diversion. So I'm not really expecting to see an Aneromancy, so we don't really need to hold it to take out the Aneromancy. Tempering's fine. End of the day, it's just giving us more turns on Catwitcher. Okay, well, like I say, it's not the best hit. Obviously, would rather hit Shaping Nature, but we also know there's no Karathi now, which is kind of good. We probably will be passing next turn though. Good. Good. We maybe didn't need to play the Squirrel. I just didn't. I wanted to secure the round, so I mean, hopefully we hit like an Anera or fine, perfect. So we can get a bit of a push going on here. So we want to perfect. I probably don't even want to draw anything else. We probably just go for a 2-0 here. Because Shaping Nature onto like a Hammer Dryad or something, we can deal with that. We're going to develop a huge amount of points with these three. I'm working on the assumption that it's diversion, so this usually doesn't get Karathi, but you know, these things can happen. We've got Rebuke for like small removal. Pretty good. Pretty good. So we can remove that as well, which is pretty nice. 3 and saves us on the old toll removal. This is kind of what I mean about the short round power. Like, this is, bearing in mind I played 2 cards and we're 32 points up. I mean, sure, we dumped leader as well, but this is kind of the point. Ridiculous amount of points. And now we can kill that with Yavin. Oh, do we even want to? Do we even want to? We could get super greedy with it. I think we actually do. I think it's definitely worth getting greedy with it here. And then we'll use Yavin, mainly because like we now have Yavin as another piece of removal, and with the hand we have, we basically just, whenever they develop something, we just stop them. And you know, we have 39 points on board. Yavin will put us up to 43, and then we can just chill on that.
Are you fucking kidding me? Catnip instead of crowns?
And then we'll kill that. 41 points. 11. Be done in a minute. We're going for the 2-er, Ron. Going for the old 2-er.
Humans are scum. I prefer elves, dwarves.
We'll bop that down to 2. We also have the passive points on the Velocil Scout as well, which is... Oh no, it's Velocil's Commando, is it? Commander. Yeah, not Scout, my bad. My bad. Protector. I'm happy to karate that. Alright, let's see if it's enough. They have to at least play the last 2 cards for sure. But I'm pretty sure this should be enough for the 2-er. Alright, 1921. There you go, boys. I said probably the strongest short round. There it is. Man, that's a good game to get, because that shows it. You want a quick win, slam this deck.